One of the most valuable assets of any large organization is the intellectual capital of the people who work there, their skills, expertise, and industry knowledge. But as anyone who has worked in a large multi-office company has experienced, it can be hard to find and connect to the people who can offer the most value. For example, who's the right IT support member for that legacy software issue? The right mentor based on a chosen career path? The right way to connect to people who've worked on the same account, but at different times? Like a lot of large organizations, SAP, with over 61,000 employees in 110 countries, has found the inherent difficulty of connecting the right people at the right time to be a huge pain point. In response, we built a tool to help SAP's employees quickly identify and connect with colleagues and resources when they need them most. So here's Gretchen B., a relatively new employee at SAP. Gretchen is working on the Zappos account. SAP is in the planning stages of a licensing of the Financials on-demand product to Zappos, and Gretchen has a technical question that people in her immediate circle can't answer. How can she find someone at SAP who does know that answer? Through a simple sentence builder, Gretchen is able to query across the various SAP data resources and leverage the Psych Common Sense knowledge base and inference engine to identify SAP employees who can resolve her issue. The Psych system is accessing various structured sources of SAP data, LinkedIn-type data, and background knowledge about types of organizations and agents and how they interact. This helps produce a list of potentially helpful SAP connections for Gretchen. For each person returned, Gretchen can see a name, profile photo, and title. On the far left, Gretchen sees a rating of how good of a match the person is for the task at hand. Psych also displays whether each person is a direct lead or an indirect lead. This will help Gretchen quickly identify the strongest leads at SAP. Let's look at Barry to see why he's a person she might wish to contact. Psych provides Gretchen with a step-by-step proof of how it logically deduced Barry H. is a potential lead. Psych suppresses any of the steps that contain facts it thinks Gretchen already knows. It also translates each of the remaining steps from logic into English, and it arranges them in a consumable and relevant order so that Gretchen can quickly ascertain the information she needs. First, a short summary is provided stating why Barry H. is a good lead for Gretchen. Next, Gretchen can drill down in the proof for more details. Gretchen learns that prior to working at SAP's La Crosse branch, Barry H. worked in a finance-related position at Amazon. What's interesting about Barry's time at Amazon is that he was working there when Amazon acquired Zappos in November of 2009. Maybe Barry learned a lot about how Zappos conducts its financial activities, since finance departments, as well as HR, senior management, and legal, are heavily involved in major acquisitions. Who else might Gretchen want to talk to? Gretchen sees that, unlike Barry, Arlen doesn't know anything special about this topic herself. But she does know Sandra N. Sandra N. doesn't even work for SAP, but Psych believes she would be a good person to consult on this effort. And here's why. She was an accountant at Just Fab, which, like Zappos, is an online shoe company. But how does Arlen know Sandra? Psych concludes from LinkedIn data that they likely know each other because they overlapped for 3 years at a small PhD program in accounting at Case Western. Psych uses real-world knowledge to understand, as a person would, that PhD programs usually contain a small number of people, and that people in the same small group for an extended period of time are likely to know each other, at least to some degree. Sounds like a great lead. Gretchen asks Arlen for her help in introducing her to Sandra. All she needs to do is click the send message button, which generates an email from Gretchen to Arlen. What makes this application powerful, in addition to its use of domain-specific knowledge and data, is the use of logical reasoning and mechanical deduction based on an understanding about the world. Psych provides Gretchen with conclusions and transparent justifications, much like a valued human assistant would. This human-like reasoning, rather than mere statistical correlations, is the hallmark of any Psych-based application.